Hey guys, Tyler here with flexibledieting.com, and today is a beautiful day in Arizona. Actually, it's kind of cloudy, as you can see. It's really cloudy here, but I shouldn't complain because it's early February and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so pretty awesome. Anyway, today is Monday and we came off the Super Bowl, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably, went out with friends or to the bar to watch the game, and I hope you guys aren't Atlanta fans because that's such a bad thing to go through. But anyway, it's one of those weekends or days where everyone just kind of says the heck with it, kind of go crazy because it's, Super Bowl weekend. You're having fun and you're watching your team, just having a good time. That's really all it is. Sorry for the noise in the background, but this is a video to sort of help jumpstart you to get back on track. And it's very difficult to basically diet and to stay on it, especially in around events like that. It's very, very difficult because there's a lot of snacks everywhere, and let's just be honest, it's pretty good. And usually when we're in our social situations, we want to we're comfortable and you want to just do what everyone else is doing, and if you're not doing it, then a lot of people make you feel guilty. So it's very, very difficult to resist the temptation. So today I just wanted to discuss a little bit about flexible dieting and a little bit about how you can actually make your basically day fit around something like that. So if you're not familiar with flexible dieting, I just want to give you quickly 3 tips on basically how to get started, and it's actually very, very easy. These are very simple tips. So the first one, if you've never tried flexible dieting or never just tracked anything in general, you're basically tracking your macronutrients: protein, carbs, fats, not necessarily calories. That's because they all do different things in your body physiologically. And what's really cool is when you structure your meals appropriately, you can actually lose weight so much faster, especially when you have the right amounts, for your body physiologically. And that's what's really cool about it, is you can, eat and enjoy the foods you like and within your day, and you can actually go to events like the Super Bowl and not feel like you're losing progress, and you don't have to feel guilty. That's the number one key thing that we like to eliminate with flexible dieting, is the feeling of guilt. Because when we're guilty, we feel like we should just go off the rails. It's one of those things, you feel like you messed up already. Why not just keep going? I've done it myself, and I'm sure you have watching this. So I'm going to give you a few tips here to basically get started. And tip number 1, start tracking. There's tons of apps out there. There's no reason why you can't track. And a lot of people always tell us, Tyler, I can't track because I'm too busy. I can't do this, I can't do all this stuff, I'm just too busy, I have everything going on. Well, you can do it because we worked with people that are very, very busy in their day and they make it happen. Tracking apps are so user friendly that you can track on the go. It's so simple that it takes literally 2 seconds to put in a food item that you ate just now. It's basically, you're creating these excuses for yourself to not be able to do it. So start tracking. Get used to reading food labels and how much you're truly eating, because if you don't know how much you're eating, then you really are, if you're gaining weight, then you're overeating. That's really kind of the bottom line of it. And it's not always about the types of foods either. There is some truth to that, but it's more about the quantity of food, because the reality of it is you can actually gain weight eating oatmeal all day. Not that you can do that, but that's just the reality of it. You can gain weight eating clean type foods. So you want to make sure that you're, tracking diligently with the quantity and really dig into food labels and accuracy. Pull out a scale if you have to weigh out what the true serving size is. If the serving size is a half a cup and you're doing one big giant heaping cup of whatever it is, then you're overeating. I mean, that's more than what you think. So we're usually off by 30 to 40% just because we think we're eating X amount, but in reality we're eating most likely more. So start tracking. There's tons of apps. MyFitnessPal is a good one. There's My Macros Plus, MyNet Diary, Fit Day I was gonna say, but they actually just got rid of that, I believe. So those are a few. MyFitnessPal is very user friendly. Use it, download it, start tracking. Easy. Next thing is, pay attention to the macronutrients that you're eating. So protein, carbs, and fats. Those 3 things. Don't really worry about calories and what they tell you. Granted, you shouldn't just go crazy and eat tons of calories, but start paying attention to how much protein you're getting, how much carbs you're getting, how much fats you're getting. Because if you're not getting enough protein, that's something you definitely need to work on. And not to pick on women, but actually women lack eating protein quite a bit. So that's, and men do too, but usually that's the one thing that's actually lacked the most is protein, because we don't really eat enough protein sources throughout the day, because one, it can take time to eat. You know, a lot of people just don't know what to eat. So really take some time to, you know, look at how much protein, carbs, and fats you're truly eating, because if you're over eating a ton of carbs and eating a ton of fat, then that's probably why you're gaining weight or not able to lose weight. So really pay attention to that. And then next is the most simple thing that you can probably, you know, imagine or think of, is stay consistent. Because you're not gonna basically reach your goal if you're not consistent. And consistency is key with everything that you do. Because if you're not consistent, then you're gonna keep getting the same results that you've always got. And, you know, if you're just being lazy and not doing anything about it, you're not consistent. If you're only doing it 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you say the heck with it because you went to happy hour and then, you know, out with your friends Saturday and the Super Bowl came, you know, and then I'll get back on a Monday and I don't know why I'm gaining weight. So you have to be real with what you're doing and stay consistent. And you really have to look at this at a long-term kind of thing too, because we always look at trying to lose weight, which the weight loss is actually the easy part for the most part, but it's the hard part is keeping it off forever. So that's one thing you really have to look at, is dig in long term, because what you're doing now by digging in, looking at food labels and weighing things out, if you do, you know, get a good idea of where you're at and track for like a week, just see where you're at, and you'd be surprised how much you are eating or you're not eating, and just be real. And that's really all you can do. But that's a good starting point right now for those of you who've never tracked before. Even those who have, you know, maybe get back at it, maybe relook at some food labels that you might have missed, or maybe something you've missed in the past. Maybe you're not doing enough activity, or you maybe doing too much. But we'll actually talk about activity here in the near future. But yeah, that should be something to get you guys going for the week. I know it's Monday. Hopefully you don't just do the same trend of just starting something and then falling off at the end of the week. So get through the weekend, be successful, you'll have fun, build some momentum, and keep going from there. Until then, I'll see you guys later.